I had rented an apartment from Airbnb for my vacation. It was a very nice place. The house had been a one-family unit, but the owner had converted the upstairs to a vacation suite. I talked to the owner when I arrived. She was an old woman and said she lived here with her husband and daughter for many years. Her husband had recently passed away of natural causes, and she didn't feel as though she needed such a big house just for herself. So she converted the upstairs to a separate unit and used the extra money to supplement her meager pension. She seemed really sweet, and I felt sorry for her. She really just wanted to chat some more, but I had to unpack. I'd been on a long flight and needed to get some shut-eye. All she wanted was some company, so I told her that we'd talk again soon. The unit was as nice as the photos online, so I was pleased. I brought my bags to the bedroom and started putting my clothes away and such. Tomorrow would be a big day. I had tickets to a concert to go to and a celebrity tour after that. I fell asleep as soon as my head hit the pillow. Then I awoke. It was dark, quiet. At first I was rattled by the unfamiliar surroundings, but remembered where I was. I didn't know what it was that woke me up, so I sat there for a minute and then I heard it. Kind of a whistling sound. It had a rhythm of sorts. In a way, kind of soothing. I looked at the window and saw the trees lightly being blown to and fro. Ah, it was the wind. I laughed and went back to bed. The next day found me enjoying my vacation to the fullest. I'd gone to the concert, the tour, and gotten a meal at a very nice restaurant. I was, again, beat when I got back to the unit. I looked to see if the old woman was there. I felt bad trying to avoid her, but I didn't have it in me to talk to anyone at the moment. She wasn't there, so I made my way upstairs and got ready for bed. I again fell asleep instantly, and again was woken up by the same whistling sound. I sat up and stretched. I looked at the window, but this time the trees were still. I listened again. I could still hear the sound. Something about it made me feel a bit uneasy. I got up and went to the bathroom, made me a cup of tea, and went out to the balcony. I sat down and sipped my tea in the darkness, still a bit unnerved by the mystery sound. I looked down into the garden below and saw the old woman. She was sitting on a bench and looked as though she had been crying. I felt bad and put my tea up and went out to the garden to join her. I asked how she was doing, and she brushed away a tear. "Oh, just a bit sad, my dear," she replied. I was remembering my dear Beth. She was my daughter. She looked down at the grass. She was only 5 when she died more than 25 years ago. She had asthma and one night had a terrible spell. Couldn't stop wheezing. I can still remember the sound. She then imitated the whistling sound I had thought was the wind. My blood ran cold. The old woman looked up at me and smiled, tears still in her eyes. She died in my arms, in her bedroom. "What room was that?" I asked. "Why," she said, looking up at the balcony, "the room you're using is a bedroom, my dear. It's so nice to have people in this old house again. It's been so lonely." I followed her gaze up to my room and thought, "I don't think you're as alone as you think." And then I shivered again.